Hey, what's up guys? So this week is actually going to be not a test week, but it's going to be a week where I'm working up to something heavy, hopefully 2 or 3 reps, kind of just playing it by feel, so more of an RPE based week, and hopefully get up to at least 90% of my projected 1 rep max. So we'll do that for all big 3 lifts. Today's going to be squats, and we'll see how it goes.
You'll win somehow, so give up on the battle, baby. It's hard, I know.
I don't know how I did not realize that this box was going to be right in the way of this camera angle, but it's about 5 o'clock in the morning, so cut me some slack. And you probably heard in the beginning of the video that this was not going to be a test week. Well, I have no self-discipline, so essentially that is what this week turned into. I ended up working up to heavy singles on all 3 movements, which you will see in this video, and I'm very pleased with the way the squats went. I was hoping to work up to 90% of my 1 rep max for doubles at an RPE of about 9, but like I mentioned, you know, whether it be ego or just excitement, I just wanted to test where I was at. I hadn't done it in a really long time. In hindsight, it might not have been the best idea, but I'm glad I did because it was a great learning experience, and I'm probably not going to be working up to 1 rep maxes for at least 10 weeks, I would say. I don't really recommend doing it all that often, but it's just something I was itching to do. So you see me here hitting 365 pounds for a double, and I was really happy with the way that it felt. So then I looked back at this old log that I keep. This was my mock powerlifting meet. I saw that 365 pounds was the last attempt that I succeeded at. So I'm like, well, you at least got to do better than that. So I throw 385 pounds on the bar. You are going to see a little bit of form breakdown, but I was pretty surprised with how fast that rep moved. So then I was like, all right, one more time. And I look back at the log. I see 395 pounds with the words fail next to it. And of course, that just gets me going. So here is a clip of that mock powerlifting meet in case you guys have not seen it. I probably maybe could have grinded it out, but you see that I failed. So I throw 395 pounds onto the bar for my final attempt. And I will let you guys watch how it goes. And that's essentially exactly what I wanted. You saw that it wasn't a grinder. I have more in the tank. I really wanted to go after 405. It's a big milestone for me, but I held back, and it's probably one of the better decisions I made throughout this week. So enjoy the rest of the workouts. I got my own everything, so we're related to each other. Alright guys, you can probably tell by how dark it is in here that it is very early on Saturday morning, but I just cannot sleep. I've been so excited for this week, and as you just saw, squats went pretty well, and today is deadlifts, but we all know how deadlifts have been going for me. So hopefully today is going to be my day, but we will find out very shortly. I'm just going to cut it off now because I really just want to get in there and get it done. So hopefully I have some good commentary to share with you guys.
'Cause I'm not too far from breaking down. All I've got are screams inside, but somehow they come out in a smile, and I'm wondering if I'll always feel this way. Reach on me, baby.
I don't know why I get such a kick of adding those melodramatic effects to my videos, but you guys gotta let me have a little bit of fun with it. If you couldn't tell by the music selection, this workout did not go very well, and I'm sure everyone is shocked to hear that. It's almost like a joke at this point. Travis has a deadlift session coming up. You know he's gonna talk about how bad it sucked. So rather than doing that, I'm just gonna tell you guys, this is the point I knew this workout was not gonna go well. This 435 pound pull felt like 550 pounds, even though I have no idea what it feels like to pull 550 pounds. So I was like, well, maybe it's a fluke. Let's try it again. So this one looked a lot better. So I'm like, okay, well, let's move it up to 455 pounds. And again, I knew that this just felt too heavy, even for me. So after the 455 pound pull, I started thinking about it because I knew I wanted to get up to a heavy single, and I had got 475 pounds a few months ago. So I was like, okay, this shouldn't be a problem, but it's not my day, so let's just try it. And you guys see that it did not budge. And rather than try it again, I correctly, in my opinion, just knocked it back down and did 405 for, I don't know, maybe like 4 sets of 2. So there's not really much I can say about it, guys. You know that I don't sugarcoat things, so all I can really say is they're not good and I need to get better, and hopefully I will. There's a lot of room for improvement here, but I need to put in the time. I need to put in the research to find out what's going wrong. So that's just going to be something that I'm going to have to do on my own here in the next few months. It's up to me, and hopefully I will get it figured out. So now we are on to the bench press.
Alright, obviously yesterday did not go as planned, but that's alright. Today's a new day, sitting in the car, getting mentally prepared, listening to my best friend in the world, Rich Homie Quan. How can we go wrong here? And I was thinking about what could have went wrong yesterday, and there's so many variables with training, right? So just in my mind, I was kind of going through, oh, was it nutrition, was it sleep? And I was comparing the footage to the squat day, and I was like, what changed? And I noticed on my squat day, I had my Lucky Despicable Me shirt on, and that had to be the difference. So today, I'm dressed for war. We're gonna go in there and see if we can do a little bit better.
I don't know about you guys, but I always judge how my bench press session is gonna go by my first set of 225 pounds. So this is just a warm-up set. I did it for 3 reps and it was moving really quick. So I was happy about that. I thought that maybe I had been using some motivation from yesterday to push me through this workout or whatever it might be, but I was feeling good. So I load up 235 pounds just to do another warm-up set, and kind of the same story here. It moved really quick, which it should. It's only 235 pounds. So after that, I move it up to 255 pounds. Just wanted to see how things were feeling, getting up to a little bit closer to my 1 rep max here. So I go to 255 as I mentioned, and it feels really good. Bar's moving fast. So then I'm like, all right, I look back at my log. I'm not going to show it to you this time. You guys have already seen it. And the last rep that I hit at the mock powerlifting meet was 275, and it was a little bit slower, but overall not bad.
Hi guys, this is the worst test week video ever in history. You guys know that I don't work out with a spotter. I use the spotter arms on the rack and they work great. I love it. You don't have to rely on anybody else. Well, today I was at the gym. I'm recording this about 2 hours afterwards. And you know, I'm doing my bench press session that you guys are watching right now. And my gym friend across the gym sees me doing some bench press, and we start talking. I tell him I'm working up to some heavy singles today. Well, I get ready to do this last set that I was hoping to show you, and he comes over as I'm setting up and stands over me. Right then, it's my fault. I should have stopped and said, whatever you do, don't touch the bar. But I was, you know, in the zone in the middle of my setup, so I just go with it. I go into the rep, I get to a little bit of a sticking point, pretty sure I was gonna grind through it, and he picks the bar up, and of course I get up and I look at him and he's like, oh, I didn't touch it, and he for sure touched it. I can watch it back, and I felt the momentum change. So don't get me wrong, I was pretty pissed. His intentions were good, I realized that, but he just didn't know what he was doing, and that is that. I'm not going to show you guys the clip because I know what the comments will be like. It'll be a bunch of negative stuff towards him, and I don't want that. It's not his decision to put this on YouTube, so it wouldn't be right of me to do that. But it sucks, guys, but everyone experiences this, you know. So I've seen Christian have that same experience in his videos. Matty Fusaras had that experience. It's just part of it, and it sucks, but you gotta get over it. And like I said, I can sit here and say, oh, I had it, but for one, I'm not even showing you guys, so for all you know, this never happened. But dang it! Oh, so close. It was 290 pounds, and the smart thing to do after that would have just been bump it down, say, I'll get it next time. Like I said, that would have been the smart thing to do, like I did on deadlifts after you saw me fail, because not only was I physically exhausted after that, that was such a mental drain after that happened. I kept my cool, but I was not happy. But of course, I am not that smart, so watch the next clip, guys. And that is a good example of what I would recommend you guys not do. I know that people have done it, failed a rep, and then came back and got it the next time, but as just a rule of thumb, I don't think it's a great idea, especially
when the set prior ends the way that it did, and I was just not mentally in the lift. I was just out of it. So after this, I did some fluff work and went home, but hopefully next time I decide to test some heavy singles, it will be a better outcome for you guys. I do think it was a great learning experience. For one, next time I bench there will be no spotter. Well, I didn't even ask for this spotter, but I will make sure that there's nobody around. So overall, no complaints here, guys, and I'm gonna end the video now. Sorry, no food in this video, but I will make it up to you, I promise you guys. Please like the video if you enjoyed it. I would really appreciate it, and I'll talk to you guys soon.